What up, my sleigh bells? I hope you've had a fabulous holiday season. I hope you're having so much fun staying cozy in the house, drinking hot chocolate, having mulled wine, having all the holiday snacks, and of course, those Christmas movies. For today's video, I thought it would be fun to go into Netflix and look at all of those sappy, cheesy holiday movies that they have out released this year. Also the ones from past years. I'm not going to be looking at those classics like How the Grinch Stole Christmas or A Christmas Story or A Christmas Carol or even Elf. I'm going to be looking at those like typical Hallmark movies, and now Netflix has really gotten into that game. I'm going to be looking at those like the Prince and Me type movies and just giving some critiques and trying to pick a movie that I would watch. Over here, I'm down here. So let's get started. So as you can see, I'm up on my Netflix. I haven't pressed anything yet, but I actually really want to watch Hillbilly Elegy. I've listened to the book on tape and it's super interesting, so I want to watch that. I watched Self-Made. Self-Made was excellent. I liked it. I enjoyed it, even though there was kind of like a rift between two, black women. That's for another story. Schitt's Creek, excellent. I'm actually trying to make the last season last because I like it so much, but that's not what we're here for. We are here for holiday movies, cheesy Hallmark, sappy, unrealistic holiday movies. Christmas. Let's see what they got. Okay, so first of all, they got Christmas Chronicles right here. I've heard that was a classic.
We're on hallowed ground here. We're about to witness something that no one else on earth
More
has
info.
ever
Unhappy
seen
over a mom's new relationship. Now a teenager, Kate runs away and lands at the North Pole, where a naughty elf is plotting to cancel Christmas.
Welcome to the North Pole.
You know what? I don't know if I'd watch that based off... Well, that's Chronicles 2. I don't know if I'd watch that based off of what it says, but I like Kurt Russell. Probably watch it for that. All right, Just Another Christmas. Looks cheesy. We got a man here, of course, wrapped up. It's probably about being... I'm guessing it's about being a stupid dad because they love to paint dads as stupid. Looking like it's about a stupid dad. Probably. Wait, is it Brazilian?
Uma razão bem simples. Eu nasci no Natal. Quem faz aniversário no Natal?
Oh, hell yes.
Não dá pra competir
Adding
com
that to my
aniversariante.
queue. Basically, I'm adding that to my queue because it looks cheesy, it looks funny, it looks quirky, but it's also in Portuguese. If you didn't know, I love Brazilian. I love Brazilian music. I love Brazilian language. I've studied it for several years. I've taken classes. By no means am I fluent, but I always like to watch movies that will help me, and if it's an entertaining movie, then all the more. I'm actually probably going to watch that right after this. Let's see what else we got. The Grinch, that's a classic, so, that's a classic. Although I can't get through it, I just like it as background. Here we go, A Christmas Prince. Ooh, yes, just like what I'm dreaming of, right? A Christmas Prince. Let's see.
Forget Fashion Week. What do you know about the royal family of Aldovia?
You know what the funny thing is?
Who's supposed to take over is a total...
The funny thing is, in what is that one? Princess Diaries. It was also like Segovia, something like that, or it's always in Ovia, making it like those countries are fake. Even though there are countries that are named like that, that's probably why they're not very well known. So they're like just name it something like that. It sounds like a country we don't even know if it is. I bet if they used like a real country's name, people wouldn't know either. One of the classics was The Beautician and the Beast. If you guys remember that, it was with the nanny, Fran Drescher. This is at the height of when she was in The Nanny. And she goes to this small country, and of course she falls in love with the king, who's like really mean because he's a beast. That was a great movie. I liked that. That was super cute because I liked Fran Drescher. All right, so let's see what this is about.
And scandalous socialite.
Christmas comes early for an inspiring young journalist when she's sent abroad to get the scoop on a dashing prince who's poised as king. And they get married. And I think there's a Christmas prince, there's a Christmas wedding, and now there's a Christmas baby. Netflix has really capitalized on this franchise. Like, this I think is popular. What I don't like about it is, not that I don't like about it, but it's just always like this business woman. She's doing her thing. She's slaying it, and then she goes somewhere and she gets married. Not that I'm against marriage or anything, but it's always like I don't know. It's just so cliche. Christmas Inheritance. I feel like I've actually watched
Excuse me,
this.
Mr. Pittman, where is your fiancé? Miss Langford!
Ellen, when you were out in public, you are an ambassador for this company.
Is this set in New York? Because there was like a big tree, and New York is famous for that big tree. Right off the bat, I like the energy. Would I watch it? Let's see what it's about.
Where is your fiancé?
To inherit her father's company, socialite Ellen must first visit her small hometown, where she learns the value of hard work. Classic big city girl goes to a small town, probably meets a man, then gets rich. Always got to get rich in some of these movies. Cinderella story. Okay, so we know it's a Cinderella set in Christmas. This is not Christmas Prince. This one is A Christmas Prince. This is Christmas with a Prince.
Okay, so I got a call this morning.
He's a doctor.
He was here skiing and he had an accident. His leg is pretty bad, and it also rattled his head a little bit. He could be concussed.
Who?
Well, they don't want him being bombarded by paparazzi. And so I suggested that if he stayed here with you in the pediatrics ward over the holidays, then he'd be off the grid, so to speak. And his security team said that the pediatrics floor is the lowest risk in the whole hospital.
A dedicated pediatrician reconsiders her feelings. Okay, so she is the pediatrician, reconsiders her feelings for carefree Prince
You've got to
as
be
he
kidding.
secretly recovers from a ski accident.
No.
I feel like there's a lot of elements, and I just don't care for them. Jingle Jangle. This actually looks kind of cute, maybe cute for kids. There's a robot in the back. I like that thumbnail. I think that is cute.
Lived the greatest inventor that ever there was, Geronicus Jangle.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas
Geronicus Jangle.
For the last 30 years,
Dedicates his trusted apprentice betrayed him. Decades after his trusted apprentice betrayed him, a once joyful toy maker finds new hope when his kind and curious granddaughter comes into his life.
What's wrong, Grandpa?
Had a perfect life. Loving family.
Jangle.
And a magical
I like it. I think I will watch this. It's cute. I like the visuals in the background. It's kind of like old worldy, but not. I don't know. It's got like a steampunk kind of vibe to me. I like the actor, Forrest Whitaker. Yeah. Christmas in the Smokies. I'd probably watch this strictly for it being in the Smokies. Are we talking about Smoky Mountains? I mean, I'm a national park fan, so.
Lord, we thank you for this food and the nourishment.
Oh, this is going to be like a hot outdoorsy dude. Like, actually, what is this? I would watch this. How to Ruin Christmas. Just the visuals. It's got me. Like, what is going on here? Okay.
Where is my husband?
Fuck you, Christmas in the Smokies. Let's go to How to Ruin Christmas.
Where is my husband?
Yes.
I swear this is not what it looks like.
Yes.
It's worse. I can't believe my sister's getting married on Christmas Day. Hi, Ma.
Please,
You are about to cement yourself as Mommy's favorite daughter. Then marry the Black Prince Harry.
Okay, I noticed that this is a South African show. I actually also have to put this in my queue. All right, so I'm finding I'm finding a theme within myself. Like when it's like a foreign film, I like it because I want to see the culture and like the Christmas traditions there. This is interesting because it's Christmas, it's South Africa, it's African, so I get to see kind of like what they're doing there. So that's intriguing to me, not just for the story, but for learning customs. Sorry, Christmas in the Smokies. Like that is just such a basic photo. Elf's Pet. I mean, yeah, I would watch that. It's cute. It's weird.
Looks pretty
it's
good,
only 28 minutes, so. Christmas in the Heartland. That looks really basic too. Like, you can take that photo and put a pumpkin spice latte on that. This looks like a classic. This is a classic. White Christmas. I'm surprised it's on streaming. I've never seen it. I'm not a big movie person, but we're not going to touch that. That's like more of the classics. Okay, Holiday.
I actually did start watching that with a couple friends, and I was like confused. I was like, is this for Christmas or is this like just a random movie? It's all on different holidays, so they keep meeting each other on holidays. What I do have a problem, and what my friends were remarking on, is the fact that he looks old. Like, he looks like he's a developed 30-plus-year-old man. Like, not 30, but 38, has a beard, scruffy, like typical Australian guy. He's Australian, and she looks like she's 17. It's Emma Roberts, and it's just like the pairing is always like that. It's just kind of off. I don't know. Christmas Catch, okay. Oh my god.
A very country Christmas. So if you're not going to watch the Smokies, you can watch a country Christmas. It's either a city or a country. Okay.
That looks pretty good, if I do say so myself.
Well, looks pretty good.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Well, I was just trying to relax and take a shower till I heard a strange woman in here talking to a vase.
Oh, it's quirky. They're meeting each other. Like, they're going to fall in love. What are you doing here? Like, that's what it feels like to me. But when an unfilled country music star hides out of his hometown, he meets a budding interior designer.
Okay, well,
and then they fall in love. It's just like, okay, the formula is two people, preferably white, one from the country, one from the city, something like that. One's rich, one's poor. Like, he's a country music singer. She's an interior decorator. Gotta know what their jobs are. They meet and then they fall in love, and it's perfect. Like, that's the formula. But it makes you feel good, right? Operation Christmas Drop. She looks like she's in a safari.
Erica, where are you with the research on Operation Christmas Drop?
They've been using our military cargo planes to drop gifts and supplies to remote islands at Christmas.
Well, if we're looking to close down bases, this one's flashing red and green.
I'm sure there's more to it than that.
Well, then find out.
Oh, that woman is in another show. My mom watches it. I don't know what it's called, but it's like it's like a government show where there's, not parliament. There's like Congress. She's like a congresswoman, the Senate. You have the president who had to take over from another president. But that white woman always plays like some kind of government person. She must really give off like Hillary vibes or look like Hillary. She does kind of look like an elevated Hillary. So again, she has a government role. But anyway, whatever. I look at the political aid called Big Party Air Force.
The research on Operation
Buy the book Political Aid calls for a big-hearted Air Force pilot while looking to shut down his tropical base.
Well, if we're looking to close down bases,
so
this one's flashing.
again, you got a job. Buy the book Political something. I don't know what it said. Journalist, analyst, something. Then you got a pilot. There's some type of conflict in the middle, and then they fall in love. Christmas Switch. Heard this was pretty good and a classic, even though it's cheesy as hell. Like, obviously... Oh, no, Switch. Oh, this plays on the classic idea of, like, the Freaky Friday, we switch bodies, or Roman Holiday. That one was really good. Roman Holiday is actually really, really good with Audrey Hepburn. It was great. It wasn't a switcheroo. She just like cut her hair or something and then tried to hide out. Well, anyway, it's this princess switch, and one of the princess tries to hide and be a commoner and like live the normal lifestyle.
Merry Christmas, and come back soon.
Hey, boss. You know the Christmas baking contest you were always talking about?
Uh-huh. The royal family of Belgravia invites you
there you go. Segovia, Agovia, Ragovia, Bragovia. What is it? Listen for it.
Come back soon.
Hey, boss. You know the Christmas baking contest you were always talking about?
Uh-huh. The royal family of Belgravia invites you to compete in our Christmas baking competition.
Can you believe it?
Okay, so anyway, there's tons of elements in there. She's like, you got to have a job. That's what I learned from these Christmas movies. You gotta have a job. You gotta have a career. So she is a bake shop owner, baker, whatnot, goes to Belgravia. I think there's like a big bake-off, but she does switch with the princess. Now, what I don't know, because I haven't watched the movie, is there an element of I fall in love with some dude who's richer than me? Because that seems to be the formula. Actually, this might go into my list. That's the first one that has gotten onto my list. Well, first normal cheesy one. The other one was Brazilian. The other one was like an African series, actually. The Night. See what they did there? K-N-I-G-H. The Night Before Christmas. I think this goes with the Christmas switch. Let's see.
We all grow up fantasizing about finding true love with a knight in shining armor and living happily ever after. But that's all it is. Fantasy.
Are you okay?
Fear not. I've been thrown much further by much faster horses than your steel steed.
Not a scratch on him, but apparently he believes that he's a 14th century knight.
So-called Christopher Frederick Lyons of Norwich, at your service.
Oh, boy.
This is all my fault.
They're not related. Netflix loves Vanessa Hudgens for these Christmas movies. I feel like because she's a mixed person. She's Filipino, actually, and white. And she looks like racially ambiguous, and she's like brown, but not brown enough. You know, like she's white enough, but not brown enough. So they're like, yeah, we have diversity with her. But anyway, she's in a lot of these Christmas movies. This one, I don't know. I've seen this formula before. There's another movie like this. I think Leopold or something like that with Meg Ryan. I'm not really into it. I don't believe it. That looks like that's about it. Those are some of the cheesy movies that I've been able to see here. Thanks for looking at these with me, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.